Let's talk about the United States. A 2-hour-long Senate hearing was prompted after some top security officials accidentally added a journalist to their group chat. While they discussed their elaborate plans to strike Yemen, no one seems to have realized that an unknown member was reading everything. We have the full hearing linked on the screen, but there is one bit that caught our eye. When Senator Warner made a startling claim about China.
The Chinese intelligence agencies are posting on social media sites in the hopes of luring individuals with that national security clearance who've been pushed out, perhaps arbitrarily, to come into their service.
So we looked into it and realized this calls for some very important questions. Is China recruiting federal workers fired by the US? Can the sacked workers pose a threat to the US? And should DOGE and Elon Musk be held accountable? I'm Ananya Dutta. Welcome to Grey Zone. After tariffs, it seems like Donald Trump's favorite word is fired, because he has been on a firing spree since coming back to power.
You're fired! Get out of here! You're fired! Come here, Elon!
If we don't do this, America will go bankrupt.
Trump and his right-hand man Elon Musk are on a mission. They want to overhaul the federal government to get rid of who they think are a liability and not an asset. 80,000 job cuts have been planned in the Department of Veterans Affairs. About 9,000 plus have been laid off in the Internal Revenue Service. 3,400 in the Department of Agriculture, 2,000 in the Department of Education, which was completely dismantled, by the way. Some 1,600 workers in US Aide, Department of Energy also saw 1,000 firings, and on and on and on. The list is long, but you get the gist. The numbers are still sketchy, as some of them have been reinstated. And there is a back and forth between Trump and the courts. Nevertheless, it's a wave of firings not seen in the US before. And all of these firings are linked to Elon Musk, the man behind the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE for short. The agency does not fall under a federal list, but has access to every single federal department. DOGE's website is a lookalike of X, the social media platform owned by Musk.
And let me tell you, I'm going to work my ass off for you guys.
The agency's primary task is to cut down expenses seen as redundant. Cutting down on the workforce is part of that. Musk has received heaps of praises for his work.
It's an honor to have you. He's been a tremendously successful guy. He's really working so hard, and he's got businesses to run. And in many ways, they say, how do you do this? And, he's sacrificing a lot. And getting a lot of praise, I'll tell you.
The team of attorneys in place, working with Elon's incredible team, helping us, taking referrals from the cabinet members. You know, these are your tax dollars. And a lot of it is just abuse, a lot of it's waste. But if it's fraud, we are investigating it.
But there is one problem. The move turned out to be short-sighted. By cutting expenses, Musk seems to have made space for a national security threat.
We've also seen foreign adversaries and friends take advantage of this rift in our national security areas and our scientists. Germany has already put out ads trying to attract some of our best scientists who've been rifted. And the Chinese intelligence agencies are posting on social media sites in the hopes of luring individuals with that national security clearance who've been pushed out, perhaps arbitrarily, to come into their service. So no, the Signal fiasco is not a one-off. It is unfortunately a pattern we're seeing too often repeated.
A network of companies operated by a secretive Chinese tech firm has been trying to recruit some of the federal workers laid off by Trump. Max Lesser, who works for a Washington-based think tank, Foundation for Defense of Democracies, discovered this. It's like a web of fake companies trying to specifically hire former US government officials and AI researchers. This to exploit their vulnerabilities. Reuters released a list of 4 companies, 2 of which we have access to. River Merge Strategies, that described itself as a professional geopolitical risk consulting company, and WaveMax Innovation. Apart from them, Smayao Intelligence also fare on the list as an internet service company whose website became unavailable during Reuters reporting. Some of the listings received over 200 US applications before being taken down. In fact, a person listed as a River Merge employee on LinkedIn told Reuters on condition of anonymity that he had been recruited to post job ads by someone he met at an event in China. He was tasked to post jobs online but had little knowledge of the company's actual operations. The attempts to track down these firms ran into numerous dead ends, including unanswered phone calls, phone numbers that no longer work, fake addresses, unanswered emails, and deleted job listings from LinkedIn. But the researcher has established that they share overlapping designs, same server, and other digital connections. Experts say they aren't surprised with the method. China has used intelligence operations like this in the past as well. While it's not sure who spearheaded this, private companies or the government, either way, this is a threat to American national security. In 2020, a Singaporean national named Jun Wei-Hu pleaded guilty in a US court to acting as an agent of foreign power. Yu was accused of running a fake consulting firm that recruited Americans to write reports that were ultimately funneled to Chinese intelligence. Even the CIA has warned before that disgruntled employees are often the ones to reveal state secrets. There are 2 things to put in context here. Thanks to Musk, the firing list keeps growing. And thanks to Trump's hawkish foreign policy, America's adversary list is also expanding. The US administration now faces a national security threat, one created by its own men. First, the Signal war chat leak, now DOGE inviting espionage. Before tackling America's enemies, Trump might want to rein in his own team.
What the changes in India's population and the differential growth rates.
This city has emerged.
We have a very special guest on the record.
The interview.
The role that the US side played at that point of time.
पूरी दुनिया की नजर.
Assume my phone is tapped. I can probably say hello to Mr. Modi.
आपके भारत पर है.
Episode of Know Your Candidate.
The rising confidence of India under Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Communist China is the greatest threat.
There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremist.
I'm still a little perplexed by why we.
Your daily dose of news from India and across the world. Cutting-edge views and analysis. Tune into HT videos. Click on the bell icon to subscribe.